We are back for another Best Ball Mania 6 draft. How is everyone doing tonight?
Excellent day.
No Pacers game, so we'll have Corey's undivided attention.
Just a little puck.
It's a little puck.
Oh, no. We got the NHL tonight.
He's always watching something over there.
Yep.
You got to be multitasking.
Is that true?
And it's about to be end of the second period, so we're okay.
I'm glad for streaming during intermission for you, Corey.
It is 3-3 right now, PB.
Oh, so no.
Do we want to try maybe like a German Shepherd or something? Some of these like smaller entry tournaments get so crazy.
I'm fine with whatever. I mean, maybe someone watching will join a smaller contest if we mention it. Probably the
German Shepherd closed already.
Oh yeah, that closed like the first day.
I'm glad I just submitted all slow drafts for that.
I did most of them. For some reason, I didn't get it. I did like 18. I don't know what happened to the last two.
Should we do a schnauzer then?
Yeah. Get into it.
I was getting some crazy drafts. It was kind of fun.
Well, there's 5 left in a 30-second. It's a 30-second one, right?
I did 20-second.
Yeah, PB, we decided last stream that 20-second was the way to go.
Cuts it down by 20 minutes.
I know. I just, with 4 people, I feel like we're going to miss so many picks this season.
Nah, we didn't miss any last time.
Yeah, we're hitting our strides.
That was 3 people though.
We just got to stay focused.
Okay, we'll see how it goes.
9th overall.
It's a schnauzer. It's not a big one.
Yeah. All right, the 9 hole.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we drafted from the 9. Maybe get some like neighbors.
Neighbors or like a Monroe would be my preference.
So just did a schnauzer. I was in the 11 spot. I got Puka at 11, and then Genty at 14. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a rare combo.
I think I sent that in our group chat. You should look at that.
I saw it. I just saw it.
I picked like 5 receivers around past their ADP, and I was just like, all right, well, just keep stacking them. Something different.
Did you like our team we sent to you?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty solid. I mean, I'm not as into the elite tight ends, but I mean, it looked like you got like a value on him.
And we got Worthy too.
Oh yeah, that pick I do remember being we burned a receiver pick, but
at least we drafted more than 4.
4 receivers?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Gritty.
Oh, okay. I was like, have we ever drafted a team with like 3 receivers?
Just 4.
A 4. What was it? Was it 4? Like 4-6-4-4, whatever. I don't even know what it was.
Yeah, it was wild.
It had to be more than that.
I mean, the fact that he posts that and then he goes to bat for himself in the comments is kudos to him.
I love it.
I think the team was an eliminator, so it's like slightly different, but I still don't quite get it. Because you're only have 4 receivers, and like in a given bye week, there's gonna be 4 different bye weeks, and you're gonna only have 3 receivers.
Monroe over Genty.
Yes.
Yeah, I prefer Monroe.
CMC's moving up steadily.
Yeah, he'll probably continue to climb. Like as long as there's a positive reports, I don't see why he wouldn't.
He just climb. There was just a full participant report that came out, I think, today or yesterday on him.
Yeah,
mandatory mini camps.
Yeah,
I think almost everyone reported except for Terry McLaurin and the Bengals first round draft pick is debatably going to sit out the entire season and then re-enter next year's draft.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
don't get why the Bengals are doing it. Like they just like
They're a terrible organization. That's why.
Yeah, they're run very poorly.
How do you just like not sign a draft pick? It's like you're starting at square one. How do you
yeah.
how do you ruin it from the start that fast?
It's just like generic, like basic stuff rookies get, and they're just like, "No, we can't do that for you." And it's just like, why does everyone else?
I would say Lad.
I would say A-Chan or Lad.
I'll vote A-Chain.
Passing the king.
I mean, that's what happens when you pay 2 receivers like that. And then you don't have money for your defensive players. Trey Hendricks.
I don't think rookies even hit the. Like, I think they have to set aside cap space for them.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm also saying Trey Hendricks is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what this means is the Bengals are going to be just passing, and T. Higgins and Chase are just going to crush this year.
They're going to have to.
That's a bold take. Jamar Chase going number 1 overall. You think he's going to crush it?
Well, more so both of them. Like they're just going to have absolutely crazy seasons because of their defense.
I think it'll be very similar to last year. And as long as they don't get off to as slow of a start, they'll make the playoffs.
I think they miss it again.
I don't see any way they miss the playoffs.
I don't think they'll do much in the playoffs, but I think they'll get there.
Let me see the AFC team.
It's one of the hardest divisions to play in.
Yeah, especially now that
the hardest divisions with the Browns.
Yes,
we got our.
You think the Browns are a tough team to beat?
I'm saying Ravens the Bengals have not beaten the Bengals have not beaten the Browns in Cleveland like in 5 years.
Okay, let me just look at the AFC team. So 7 teams: Bills playoffs, Ravens playoffs.
I think the Ravens are a top 3 team.
Yeah, I'm just going through like to see who someone would pick over the Bengals. So you got the Bills, Ravens. You got obviously the AFC South winner. I'll go ahead and say the Jags. That would be my pick, or the Texans. But I'll go with the Jags. Then I'm going to say the Chiefs, Chargers,
Broncos,
Bengals, and maybe
Broncos
or
going to be awesome.
Or Steelers if Rodgers is just like decent.
Broncos could have one of the best defenses.
Yeah, I'd probably throw the Broncos with Sean Payton.
It can be like the same as last season. I'm telling you. That was you literally listed every playoff team last season, and it was between the Broncos and the Bengals for the last seed.
The Broncos got it.
Yeah,
but I must have picked someone that didn't make it, right?
No,
I think that was the exact same. Oh,
no, the Jags were not in the playoffs last year, were they?
Yeah, you picked the Jags. Someone has to win that division.
Yeah.
And the Bengals did make it?
All right.
Bengals did not make the playoffs.
We go with
there's 2 teams that didn't make the playoffs that was last year. I picked the Bengals and the Jags.
Okay. Well, it's not like you're reinventing the wheel.
No, usually every year there's on average like 2 to 3 teams that didn't make the playoffs the year before that make it the next year. And I went with the Bengals and the Jags.
I just think Zach Taylor's a horrible head coach.
Okay, what 7 would you pick as of now?
Honestly, I would probably do the exact same teams that went last year.
You were just bashing me for that.
No, I wasn't bashing you. I was just saying, like, I think
the exact same 7 teams.
I think that. I mean, the AFC South is always a toss-up.
Who won the AFC South last year?
The Texans.
Okay, that's right.
I think we take Breece Hall if he's there.
I would say Breece.
This guy's gonna take him though, probably.
Yeah, he's got no running backs.
Yeah.
What about Tet?
We don't have any.
I'm fine with Tet. We need probably another receiver without a week 5 bye. I'm saying Tet or DJ Moore.
Or we could go JMO.
But that's 3 week 8 buys.
Let's get JMO.
That's 3 week 8 buys.
No, you do Tet.
We
can't have all of our top.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe one day we'll
I
get
don't know.
Jim.
I think the Steelers are going to be close with Rodgers.
That's why I said I could see the Steelers being over the
Like the Bengals could. There's like
Broncos.
an easy path where the Bengals are the worst team in the AFC North.
Nick, please. Come on. The Bengals, the worst team in a division with the Browns?
I don't think you're
Nick,
you're not very in tune with what's going on in
no, I don't think. I think
Cleveland right now.
you're in either a bubble or you're not in tune. It's one of the two because
I'm
the
just
Browns are
listening to the
legit
beat
one of the
reporters.
worst teams in the NFL.
All I'm going to say is Sanders came in. He's already breaking records.
He's working with
The
the
first
fourth
the
team
first
offense.
rookie
Breaking
ever.
mandatory minicamp records.
Yes,
He's working with. He's never worked with the
He's
first
the
team.
first rookie to ever receive the MMMVP, mandatory minicamp MVP, coined by
That's pretty
Stefanski.
So,
Well,
It's pretty good.
yeah, dude, that's pretty good.
so outside
I'm
of the
just saying,
jokes,
look out.
outside of the jokes, yeah, the Bengals are for sure ahead of the Browns. I still like ahead of the Steelers for me, and then
I don't think so.
we'll see if they beat out the Ravens. But
I
The
think the
Steelers
Browns and the
defense is
Steelers will be pretty.
20x better than the Bengals. Are going to have the worst defense in the NFL, probably.
Yeah.
Yes, they're going to
let me go down their roster real quick.
especially if they lose Trey. Like if they lose Trey, they're
And they lose out on their first round pick.
Because
Yeah, I was
their
gonna say,
first their rookie was one of like my
Jerry
highest like
Stewart's a
upside
dog.
picks.
He's an absolute dog, but if
Yeah.
he's not on the team, it doesn't matter.
He's
They
like literally not
wasted
going to
a
play.
first round pick and lost their best defensive player and didn't add anyone else.
who they
And
bring.
they're already the worst defense in the league.
Yeah. And they're losing their two best edge rushers.
We don't know what's going to happen yet.
The kid's talking about going to next year's draft already.
I doubt that's what actually happened.
Plenty of people are talking about it. Look it up.
I've seen it. I've seen it being
Read
discussed.
a book.
I see it happening. All right, Bengals depth
Yeah,
chart.
help yourself to a book.
All right, 30 seconds late on that one, Nick.
I must be lagging.
I
If
mean,
Hampton's there,
yeah, I would love to get Hampton.
Hampton
Otherwise,
or Waddle.
yeah, Flowers, Waddle.
Waddle.
And I'm gonna love if Harvey starts to really fall after that Dobbins. Like people can take all the Dobbins they want.
I mean, he did pretty good last year.
I'm just not buying it. He ran hot on like touchdowns. That was it.
Oh, Zay Flowers fell.
Yes, he
I
did.
feel like we don't have a lot of Zay.
Yeah.
Like we have a lot of Waddle. I would take Zay.
Yeah, take the Zay.
Okay, so let's look at their depth chart here. They have DJ Turner, Cam Taylor-Britt, and Dax Hill as their corners. Geno Stone and Jordan Battle at safety.
Jordan Battle's decent.
Then their line, they have Joseph Asai, BJ Hill, TJ Slayton, Trey Hendrickson. Their linebackers are Logan Wilson and Demetrius Knight. And then, of course, you have Shamar Stewart at defensive end that I think has a ton of upside.
I think he'd be great, but he doesn't want to play there, apparently. So,
well, he just wants to get paid. That's
We're
what
on the clock here.
Travion or
I like Travion. Yeah,
him or Judy.
I feel like we have a lot of Travion, but we need another running
I think
back.
he's a pretty solid pick, though. I think they're.
Oh yeah, I'm not arguing against the pick. I'm just making the statement.
And I guess it's a $3 one. So in the grand scheme of things, it's whatever exposures we get in this draft are like a seventh for our BBM stuff.
True.
Who's the Bengals DC? Did they hire a new one? Because they had an interim last year, didn't they not? Or am I making that up?
Their DC is
Anarumo.
is Al Golden.
They fired Anarumo after last year,
Yeah, and the Colts
or
picked him up.
maybe during the year.
I mean, that was such a stupid fire by them.
Yeah,
He's such a good DC.
they like
Yeah, that
when
was
they won the
dumb.
Super Bowl. He was like the spearhead of the cover 2 shell that became the entire league's defense.
As long as he doesn't
Right,
play
you're doing too good. We're gonna fire you.
Yeah, literally such a Bengals move.
Yeah,
that's why the Bengals will. I mean, they. I'm not gonna say never
They
win a
might
Super Bowl
move.
because that would be crazy, but I mean,
That's why they're leaving Cincinnati.
go to St. Louis.
are they actually going to?
There's rumblings.
I think St. Louis would probably be that they would move to.
They're talking about Chicago getting 2 teams.
Oh, I did hear that too. That's not going to happen.
No, probably won't.
Yeah, I think if they lost Hendrickson, it would for sure be like bottom 3 defense. But if he's there, I think it's like a bad defense, but
Bottom
not like
10.
the worst. Like I think.
I mean, like the Raiders.
If that first round pick doesn't play, they didn't change anything from last year.
Yeah,
Like they didn't.
No, I didn't. Hang on. I thought they made a few moves in free agency, but let me see here.
Upcoming picks wise, if Jacoby's there, he'd be nice. I'm a big Tony P guy.
Aaron Jones.
And Darnell Mooney, I think, is my favorite receiver in this range.
Yeah, I like Mooney a lot.
We have 0 Mooney.
I don't mind.
Like I think the 49ers defense is going to be pretty atrocious.
It's nothing. I don't think it's gonna be as bad as the bank. I mean, I'm not saying the.
Damn.
Almost got him.
I'd say get Mooney.
I'd say Aaron Jones or Mooney.
Let me see. Aaron Jones fits with Amon-Ra a little bit better, so I guess he'll be my vote. Swift is there though too. Do you guys not like Swift?
I like Swift.
I don't know how much I trust Swift.
I'm back in on him after just the, Nick Chubb and Dobbins go places. I'm not. I mean, there could be the trade randomly, but I'm not as worried.
Shocked that Nick Chubb decided to go with the Texans.
Why?
Because
apparently Joe Mixon's in a walking boot right now.
I mean, it's 4 months before the season starts.
But wait, why did you say you're shocked by him going to the Texans?
Because I think I would, if I was him, I'd rather wait to halfway through the season. It's not much wear and tear on your body, and you could basically choose, maybe not choose, but be on a contender team. Like the Texans are not a contender for the win Super Bowl, and he wants a ring. He's older.
What if no one wanted him?
He was getting looks right now. So he definitely would have been seen in the.
I vote Hawk.
I'll vote Pollard.
I would say,
just not a JJ McCarthy guy.
We already got Aaron Jones.
I know. I'll just take Teeny P.
What'd you call him?
Teeny P, because he's a team man that absolutely just didn't do anything when we needed him to. So he's now.
He had some big games. He paid
off.
We did not. Tony Pollard? Hang on.
Dude, he did not do what he was supposed to do last year at all.
He for sure paid off his.
He did really good.
He had 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns rushing, and then receiving, he had 238. He had 1,200 yards and 5 touchdowns.
On the worst offense.
And his ADP was in the hundreds. What do you mean?
The Titans should have a good O-line.
Yeah, their O-line is going to be not good, but middle of the
Pretty
pack.
good.
They were bad last year. So
He'll
he
be
was,
decent.
you
I
had,
think adding a
good-
QB helps running backs a lot too.
yeah. So you had Tony Pollard going like a little bit after where he's going now with Will Levis and like one of the worst offensive lines. Now you get Cam Ward and a middle of the pack offensive line.
Yeah.
He's going to have a better year.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
Now, hopefully we can attack this quarterback pocket, but who are our receivers? We're looking at what Goff.
I mean, that's why I kind of wanted to get Hawk because
Justin
we
Fields.
have Bryce Young, Sam Darnold, and Jared Goff options right now. It's pretty.
Well, I'm fine with you can get Justin Fields, and then you get, it doesn't. You don't even need to stack him really. You could get like the tight end late or something like that. But I don't care about stacking him.
Mason Graham.
Oh, Alan Lazard. Duh.
The Lizard King.
Who's the wide receiver 2 this year for the Seahawks?
There goes Fields.
We could go Trey Harris and then get Herbert.
Yeah. We don't have any Herbert.
No, we don't.
Yeah, that's because it's just hard to, like, if you don't get Ladd or Trey Harris, you just don't like take him ever.
You take him at 117.
You could get a bunch of Bo Nix pieces late too.
Yeah.
Pat Bryant, they're saying, could play the Michael Thomas role.
I'm not drafting any Pat Bryant.
Why?
Because they have Cortland Sutton. They have Marvin Mims. They have Devon Vele, who they've been hyping up.
Wide receiver 3.
They've just been hyping him up all camp, like way more than Pat Bryant. Pat Bryant's a rookie. They like
Troy Franklin, who they've talked highly of a little bit, but it's just, why is he going so high? I mean, he's a rookie.
I know, and that people get
new shiny toys.
Yeah, people get overhyped about these rookies.
What's our next pick after this?
I think we want to go.
I don't think we get Herbert yet.
Our next pick is 129.
Yeah, I think we push it because we can still get Goff and Bryce.
All right, we're gonna push it.
We're gonna go Goff here.
Yeah, I would go Goff here.
Because we can't go Goff and Darnold both week 8.
Yeah, Bryce is probably on our radar too.
Hopefully Herbert's there.
You can also stack Bryce with a ton of other late receivers like Xavier Legette. Not a huge fan of the secondary Carolina options, which is why I'm not even that big of a Ted McMillan fan, but I think he's clearly ahead of like the Thielen, Legette, Jalen Coker. Like, I don't like any of those guys. So
he should have a lot of volume.
Yeah, he should be getting so many targets.
10 targets a game.
Renfro on that team too now?
Yeah, honestly, Renfro, I probably like the most of the secondary guys than anyone else.
He could be kind of a good sneaky guy.
And he's got to make the team.
And then Jatavian Sanders is like, if you like, we need 3 tight ends. Like, he's an easy click in the last round.
Yeah,
because I kind of liked Jatavian Sanders coming out of college, and obviously he was a rookie last year. But I think in year 2, with other receivers I don't really like on the Panthers already, I think he could.
There goes Herbert.
Have a decent year. Probably the Ladd team, right? That guy took Caleb Johnson and Jalen Warren. Interesting. Jalen Warren, I think, is my highest owned running back.
Jalen Warren?
No, yeah. I think he's like one of the best picks. I've been drafting just because, one, before Rodgers was there, people, well, one, they get overhyped about the rookies. So Caleb Johnson somehow goes ahead of him. And then I was like, Rodgers is going here. And Rodgers checks the ball down. Jalen Warren can pass protect well. So I just like him.
I haven't taken a lot of him at all.
I like Warren.
I've done the combo of Caleb and Warren on the eliminator some, and same with Scattaboo and Tracy. Like I'll just take them together, but I don't really like. I definitely prefer Warren over Johnson in traditional best ball drafts.
We could try and sneak a Drake May, Kyle Williams, Pop Douglas stack.
I'm down with going Drake May here.
If Kyle Williams falls.
Well, we could even go Drake May, Hunter Henry, DeMario.
Yeah. Like that over Bryce Young, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I think we need do we have we need 3 quarterbacks, right? So we'll probably still have to take Bryce.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, get Hunter, DeMario,
Booty.
Bryce.
Oh, Matt Collins.
Jatavian Sanders.
Matt Collins, the savior.
And Carolina play Seattle, so it actually does make sense to get Bryce because we have Jackson.
So do we know who the Seattle wide receiver 2 is going to be?
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
153, 160.
So gross.
Yeah, I mean, we can either we'll get Bryce Young or Bryce Young, Hunter Henry. Oh, for this pick, though,
yeah,
we could get a tight end probably like Kincaid or Goddard.
Benson's sitting there. I mean, we don't really need him, but
it's another
I do like Benson.
I do like Benson too, but I think we do need a tight end.
No, I agree.
I'm a big Tucker Kraft guy.
Gosh, he might be like a straight full fade for me across every contest.
I don't mind him at all.
To me, there's just every pick around him is better. Like I honestly think even the picks I don't like that much.
I mean, I'd rather have Njoku, but
and they drafted Luke Musgrave with a first round pick. Did they not?
Okay,
no.
so Musgrave was healthy the last 4 games of the year, and Kraft still
they were out of the playoffs. They were out of the playoffs. So
and he was coming off an injury.
He was coming off an injury and out of the playoffs. Like, why not give the rookie a shot?
Because they used high draft capital on him.
So why wouldn't you play him?
Because he was coming off an injury, and there's 4 games left in the season.
Yeah, their season's over. Why are we going to risk this guy getting hurt again? No,
you don't play a guy coming off of an injury heavily that you took high draft capital on when your season's dead, and you can just make sure he's healthy for the next year. And then they draft Matthew Golden, and they already have Romeo, Jaden Reed. They trade for Jordan Mason. They're gonna have that tandem. Every tight end pick in this whole after pick like 100 or starting with Evan Ingram, Jonnu, Mark Andrews, Loveland, Warren, Kincaid, Njoku, Ferguson, Goddard. I'd take every single one of them over Kraft. I think Kraft should be like a 16th round pick.
Fair.
And the running backs even are pretty solid around him. You have Trey Benson.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think he's right where he needs to be tight end wise.
I think you only take him maybe if you have Jordan Love, but
Bryce got taken. So it's a good thing we got Drake.
Yeah.
It looks like we'll have to go Darnold late.
We could add Jake Bobo. He's probably still on the board.
I would rather take that other Seattle guy they drafted. Taj Felton is his name, I think.
Raymond Felton's brother.
I don't see him on. I think you're talking about Torrey Horton.
Or Torrey Horton.
Thanks for laughing.
Taj Felton might be a Viking.
All right, we're on the clock here.
I'll say likely or Algier.
Probably wait, what's
likely?
Yeah, I'd actually go likely.
Yeah, we get the little Ravens secondary stack. We do have. I mean, that's fine because we're taking a third tight end.
Yeah, we should have just got Kyle Pitts, right, PB?
Would have been fine with him too.
or Brenton Strange here.
Now this is where we
So are you guys all in on Roshan now that
not all in, but I've started taking him.
Where do we want to go here?
Probably Hunter.
This early?
Well, because I don't know if because
177. Yeah, probably worth it.
Yeah. At this range, I feel like you just, I mean,
Get your guys.
Yeah, this is like when I saw someone make the comparison. It's like you're in like the auction where it's like the $2 and $1 players are going.
Yeah. Especially when we have an unstacked Drake May going and we need some pass catchers.
we also need.
we have Travion Henderson too. He'll catch some.
Yeah.
I mean,
it helps.
no, I totally agree with you there.
Is he going to get 100 targets? No. He might get 30, 40.
I wonder what's the most ever targets a running back has ever received in a season.
That'd be interesting. I don't know.
I would if in modern day, I feel like my bet would be if from like 2000, we'll say 2000 to now, most not receptions, but most targets by a running back, I would say Reggie Bush. He's probably up there. Are we looking? I'll look it up.
For what?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna look it up and then just prove us.
Yeah, I will.
What was the question, or what was the?
That was silly of me for not to say the most obvious answer.
What was the question?
Most targets in a running back for a running back in his season.
Either, Christian McCaffrey's obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Breece Hall got 95.
I'm trying to think of some other. Are we talking about a specific year, or just all time?
I was just saying, like all time.
All time. I'm guessing some other ones that are probably up there. Is David Johnson up there?
David Johnson's 10. Reggie Bush is 9.
What about LT?
LT second. 137. Number 3. See if I can get this.
Forte?
Yeah.
Oh wow. The Bears fan.
All right, we're up next.
Jalen Wright here.
Mario. Ooh, Jalen Wright is a good pick. But no, we have Achan.
Oh,
right.
Gotta go DeMario and then
yeah. Number 4. This is another pretty obvious one.
Someone took Darnold.
Okay, go to the quarterbacks real quick. All right, we're looking at a Danny Dimes team.
Oh boy!
We could go
I love Danny Dimes late.
Milrow with JSN.
No shot. Do we take Milrow?
What about that rushing upside, dude? You were just talking about taking Justin Fields.
Yeah,
Jalen Milrow's not going to play.
You could get Shador Sanders and Deontay Johnson.
Will Jalen Milrow play more than Anthony Richardson this year?
That'd be an interesting bet.
All right, we're up next though.
Probably plays more.
We're up.
I vote
Shipley.
What about
it's got to be a running. I would say Ship or Giddens if we get Daniel Jones.
Yeah. Anthony Richardson will, unless he has to get surgery, he will play more than.
Did you see his a clip today? It was like, this is all he can do. And he's just doing like the Dak like hip twist.
Yeah. Maybe he should study the
damn good hip twist.
There were some good hip twists.
They're the most athletic hip twists I've ever seen in my entire life.
It didn't look like he could raise his arm like above his abdomen.
They're probably telling him not to do that.
I would hope so.
Please, they were like, please don't do anything.
He's out there just hip thrusting.
Yeah. With his fucking towel in his hand.
Yeah, I think Daniel Jones is going to be But for a last round pick, he'll be like one of the best last round picks, is my guess.
Until he takes off his stupid helmet and you see his stupid face, and you're like, Jesus Christ, why is this guy on our team?
Honestly, I think this is one of our grossest teams.
It's pretty.
Well, it's a
gnarly.
schnauzer, so
Yeah.
I mean they're running.
Yeah,
I mean,
the running back room's elite.
I like this team perfectly fine. It has Amon-Ra, Jason, Tet, Flowers, Trey Harris, Demario Douglas, like all
4
solid
great
picks.
receivers. Running back
Great.
room is stacked.
Kincaid, Likely, Hunter Henry, an amazing tight end room. Our running back room is mixed with like vets and rookies, and then we're gonna have 3 quarterbacks.
Very solid golf floor
I just don't love the QB situation.
with a
Yeah, but-
Josh Allen Jr. ceiling.
Right. Drake May, Goff is like
Goff
a
is our
4, and then May and Jones are like reaching for ceiling on a week-to-week basis.
I hope Daniel Jones just sucks.
I've never seen someone like hate their potential starting quarterback more.
Because if he's
Not potential, Nick. He is the starting quarterback.
if he's remotely decent and we sign him to a contract, I don't know if I'll watch football.
Is he on a 1-year prove it deal?
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Chill
I'll
out,
have to
Francis.
pull PB. I'll pull PB and start rooting for second and third and fourth favorite teams.
Who do you have?
I was going
Second,
to say,
third?
who would you even go to?
I don't know.
Chargers.
The
You
Browns?
love Herbie.
I do like Herbert. I know what? Fuck it. I'll just jump on the Eagles bandwagon.
Wait, what?
Oh.
The Eagles?
Yeah.
Where
might
did
as
that
well.
come from?
You're such a dork.
Yeah.
My
cheer-
cousin really likes the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be my affiliated with
The
my
new
affiliation.
Kelly Green jerseys are really sharp.
That'd be my affiliation to the Eagles.
I mean, the Browns are always open.
It's like that guy who did you see that guy who had like a huge back tat of like the Cowboys and then he just changed to the Chiefs?
No.
Yeah, he had a massive back tattoo of like the Cowboy star, and he got it covered with a massive Chiefs. Like, look it up.
that's awful.
It's pretty bad.
He's going to be so upset when Dak tears it up this year.
I mean, he may tear it up in games, but they're not.
Oh, we're getting Ad Mitchell. Let's go.
Yeah, it's probably
We
gotta
are.
be him.
And this is not being biased. They have said that he's been one of the best players in training camp. The mandatory mini camp.
Do you think it'll be like him and Pierce rotating for obviously?
I think Pierce is absolutely dead in the water with Danny Jones
Why?
because he only knows how to run straight. Like he's not a good route runner.
But I mean, we've seen Jones hit like Slayton deep.
He's not a good route runner. That's why they drafted Mitchell, because they thought that Pierce was a bust. Because I like Pierce, I do, but I think he's going to get like, I think he's a bad pick where he goes in DF or in best ball.
Underdog.
Yeah,
I never was an 80 Mitchell guy,
15th
but
round.
AD Mitchell, he was like he was a top 10 receiver last year in separation on his routes.
He was
Yeah,
nasty
well-
in Texas.
the other thing is just like how the Colts are going to run their offense. Jonathan Taylor will obviously lead it. Then Pittman and Downs should take up so much of the targets. Like I really don't see like anyone else besides those 3 and Tyler Warren. Like it is so focused on those guys. I find that 4th pass catching option is probably going to be useless. Like you're drafting him pretty much for like a playoff week spike out of the blue, and that's what you're just hoping happens. But throughout the season, you're not getting much of it.
Sounds like
I get
that's
it.
why Corey likes AD over Pierce.
Yeah,
because the
and
the
with
route.
Richardson potentially not playing, like
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a Schnauzer draft. Maybe we'll be back for another BBM on
Father's Day.
Sunday. What?
Father's Day.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that would be Father's Day. So
Yep.
we have an excuse to maybe draft for multiple hours.
No, we'll have to
I
work.
thought we were doing the 24-hour draft.
Yeah, I mean, still, I mean, if we're on board with asking the wives for that to be our one gift, I'm on board.
I'm not asking that for that to be my gifts.
The
I don't
problem
want to do
is,
anything that day but draft underdog.
yeah.
I mean,
The problem is that we also have dads.
Yeah, I know that is but really it's a, like I say in the text, it's an IOU.
True.
We have a date in the future that we get a pick, and we have a 24-hour scheduled draft that we get to do.
There's no shot that would fly in this.
It's gonna have to be like a Friday night to Saturday night.
In shifts, probably.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, hopefully we can still make. Well, maybe we ask for that then, just like our shift of drafting in the future.
Yeah, you guys have way heavier of an ask with.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm like,
I don't even need that.
yeah, as long as we're not doing anything, we don't have dinner plans or anything, I'm good to go.
Yep. We have to like get on our knees pretty much.
Yeah, the kids part is a real. That's the wrench in the 24-hour stream.
Yeah. Hopefully we can make it happen. But all right, that'll do it for this stream, and we'll be back Sunday night.